Let me show you how to make an SVG from a Google image. Super simple, and we're going to start with a super simple image, if we can find one. All right, we're going to go into Google Images right here and type in simple dog clip art. See what we find. Okay, I want one with a couple of colors, so let's do this. We're going to go over here and save it, so I double click on that, and I'm going to save the image as dog on my desktop. Now we're going to go into Cricut. Okay, we're going to upload our dog. Here's the dog PNG right there. And we want to start our SVG. So we're going to go into Complex. And all of these little purple and white checks mean it's transparent. So let's, we can either do this with this little magic wand or an eraser. We'll just use the eraser and go into everything that's not black. So we're going to do our first layer in black. And we're going to go up here to the right-hand side and increase the size of this. Now you can see, I'm moving around with my fingers, we don't want that to print. So let's go in and erase it. So see over here, you can make your eraser as large as you want. So that makes that size. So we're just going to erase it. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Those probably wouldn't show up, but we don't need them anyway.
Hey, sorry for the interruption, but if you like what you're watching, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell to be notified of all new tutorials.
Better to do it now than to have to go back and do it. So see, I'm just working through this to get rid of that. There's another one up there. Okay, that looks good. If you see those little tiny hash marks up there, that's not going to matter. Get our size back down so we can see it all on one screen. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. So we're going to continue. So we're going to save this as a cut file, not as a print file, because we're going to want to cut it. So we're going to save it right up here as dog 1, because that's our first layer. And there you see it. All right, let's go back in and get dog. And we're just going to do the very same thing with another color. So we're going to get rid of the black, because we already have that, right? And let's get rid of the white. And it looks like these are two different colors, but I'm just going to make that one color. So again, we want to erase these things that are showing up as little lines. I have a Cricut Explorer Air 2. Okay, that looks good. We'll press continue. We're going to save it as a cut file, and I've named it dog 2. So let's save that. And let's go back. Open up dog again. It's a PNG.
Then obviously I did the same thing again by eliminating the brown and the black. and erasing those lines. And I saved it once more as a cut file, and then I uploaded it into my Cricut and called him Dog 3. Now we're going to give them different colors. This one's going to stay black because that's what he was. This one will make brown, and here's the color up here. So I'll make this part of the puppy brown, and I think this was beige. So that will be, we're going to make it gray. I don't think they have a beige on there. You can always go into advanced here and find, that's kind of a beige. There's more of a beige. We're going to make it that. All right. So, and I think we're just going to keep it this size. So let's see how he's going to look. He's going to look just adorable. If you went to make it now, up in the right-hand corner, you would have, it would have 3 different mats for you to make it on. And these 3 different mats are the color of the thing we're cutting, the image, the part of the image that we're cutting. But instead of doing that, I like to take kind of a shortcut and color sync everything. So it pulls up these 3 colors, these 3 little images, and you get as many colors on it that you have in your images. And I'm going to grab this dark brown, scoot it up into the beige, grab the black, scoot it up into the beige, and that's going to let us cut everything on one mat, which I prefer. I'm going to add the word dog. So for those of you who are brand new at this, you're going to know what I mean by the word mirror. So I'm going to go into text over here on the left rail and write dog. And I'm going to put this color up into that color. So it all gets onto the same mat. Going into make it. Now, this is what I mean by mirror. This word, because we're going to be using heat transfer vinyl, where you mirror it, we're going to go into mirror, and it's going to look backwards to you, but that's because our vinyl goes pretty side down. So it actually is backwards. We're cutting on it backwards. And I want to show you one more thing that's going to make this easier when we go to cut it. And that is that I want the word dog and the image of the outline to be in black. So I'm want to cut them at the same time. Instead of cutting 2 different images in black, I'm going to select all. And I am going to attach that down here. So that is all attached. So let's go in to make it. All right, here are my 3 different colors I'm going to use. And I'm scooting them around because I want to use as little vinyl as possible. We crafters like to save on our vinyl. So this is all one image. Now I'm going to be cutting this with heat transfer vinyl, HTV, instead of adhesive. I know I've said that many times, but I'm going to mirror this. See where it says mirror? That's going to mirror it. So that dog is going to read backwards right now, but when we cut it, it's going to be correct. All right, I've said that enough. In looking at my screen, I can see the black goes up at the top left. Here's my Cricut mat. And this is the pretty side, so I'm putting pretty side down.
if any of you have a brayer, this is very convenient. It helps you get that down pretty tight. Some of our mats are not as sticky as they used to be. All right, over here is the brown part of the dog. That goes pretty side down over here. And here's our dog nose. It starts at 4 and goes to 7. So here's our 4 along here. I'm going to move this down. I'm going to start it at 6. And it's between 8 and 11. So here's my 6th line, and I'm going over to here. You want to double check once you get your vinyl on. Okay, it's finished cutting, so let's go weed it. All right, for all of you newbies, this is called weeding. I don't know why it's called weeding. I guess it's because it's taking all the excess out of the final image. And I don't know if it's the best thing I can come up with. This is our Tweety light that we sell on our website, and it makes weeding much easier because you've got actual light that helps you see. So once you have it started, and it's a nice sharp point there, we sell it in a straight and a hook, and I don't, for some reason I've always enjoyed the hooks. So this one is done. Put him right there. Now again, you're going to have a little bit of excess. You can put this transfer tape back on top of this and reuse it. So don't worry about having some extra vinyl, because you can always use it. If you'd like to watch how to reuse your scrap vinyl and transfer tape, just stay tuned until the end of the video and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now this is called heat transfer vinyl, which means we have to have heat to transfer it onto something. So we're just going to use a regular home iron. You can also use a heat press. On our YouTube channel, I also show how you can use a flat iron on tennis shoes and flip-flops to apply HTV. So I'm just putting a couple of napkins down here to make this flat. I'm going to use this for my iron. So I have my iron, it's setting to linen. You can use your iron between cotton and linen. You want to get it pretty hot. And it's just about ready to go, I think. And again, if you had an ironing board, you can use an ironing board. I don't have one small enough for my counter, so I'm using this. And I'm going to put this, here's where I do some of my demo stuff, just with one of our wonderful HTS tea towels. So I've shown various demonstrations on this, so I'm just going to use a corner of this for this. I'm going to use this corner. So what you want to do is to get your substrates, what we call it, but get your tea towel nice and get all the wrinkles out, and in turn that takes out any moisture